Welcome to the Detroit Cast with Mike and Jay. Shalom, Biggie. Hello, Jay.
Hey, guys.
All right, my friend.
Very well.
You didn't steal his wallet?
No, he was
Damn
hoping
it.
I had.
Yeah,
but,
I really was, too.
I wasn't the culprit.
I started deep diving into the law books to see what laws potentially were broken, whether they reached, like if you had, even as a joke, apparently you're not allowed to go into someone's car, take their property without their permission, especially a wallet. It could have been grand theft, grand larceny. I mean, there's all kinds of things you could have potentially been facing, Jay.
Yeah, so first thing I'm hit with this morning as I walk in is, dude, I know this is weird. I don't mean to, accuse you, but is there any way you stole my wallet?
I wouldn't have said stolen. I would
Well,
have
yeah,
said,
okay.
I mean, I would have
Is there
said
any way you took my
as a
wallet
prank.
out of
I
my
mean,
car?
I assumed as a prank or something.
like-
But technically it would have been stealing.
Yeah, but I didn't think of
I was
that.
like,
Yeah.
no, I didn't.
Well, I just
he was
remember
hopeful I had.
I just remember
Well-
you talking about walking around my car yesterday and seeing how clean it was, and I just thought I had it on the front
son
seat of
of
my
a
car.
bitch,
today.
yeah.
I have gone into his car, taken pictures, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it was a good questioning.
Well, he broached to me. He said, "Dude, you haven't seen a wallet, have you?" And I said, "No, why?" And he knows I wouldn't have left the house. There could have been $1 million in his car, and I wouldn't have walked out there to the driveway to get it.
Not
So
true.
it was
You'd
like,
take it.
maybe I would, but. He's like, "You think there's any chance Jay wanted to teach me a lesson?" Blah blah blah. I was like, "Jesus, you better hope he did, because he might be thinking it's a lesson." But as he knows and
Well,
talks
I
about
actually
frequently,
thought-
we're
I will-
a nation of laws,
Right.
and if we have to report him,
I'd be willing to pay the piper for that one.
well, it
think it'd
depends
be a
what
good
he's got in his
lesson.
wallet. If he's got less than $50 in there, you're talking petty theft, and a good attorney, Jay, yeah, that'll cost you a few $100 an hour, but we'll probably be able to get you off with a little slap on the wrist as long as you stop your larcenic ways. But had I don't know what, like, if you got a paycheck in there,
They had less than 50.
would it count if you had a $1,000 check in there for some reason?
I
Grandma
don't
gave
think
you a
that would
birthday
count.
check.
I don't know if that would count.
Well, you might want to look it up, because grand
Well, it doesn't really
larceny is a
matter.
much bigger. Jay could have been facing 364 days in jail.
It's all moot. I did nothing of the kind.
I know, that's what we find out.
Yeah, I walked around the car. I gave it a once over. Looked in the windows. Didn't even try the door handle.
I honestly thought I'd locked. I'm trying to be more careful, and I thought I locked it. But when I got home, in the last end of the night, I was like, "Oh, this was unlocked." So I was like, "Oh."
So how many wallet losses would this be
I
if
have
it's
no
gone?
fucking
If you had to
clue.
guess, a dozen?
Probably at least. I guess I don't know. Let me try.
He actually-
give me a
he
second-
actually-
Give me
we
a
talked
second
about
in
all
my
this shit.
head. Give me a second in my head to think about it. I suppose.
He actually said, he goes, "Well, even if Jay did take the wallet, I don't know that he could get in trouble for it, because I did leave the car unlocked." And I was like,
Well, I had heard.
if I leave my house unlocked, it does not give you permission to
Correct.
break
No,
and
but
enter
I've-
and take what you will.
I heard from somebody one time, essentially that for insurance, maybe not for the legal purposes, but for insurance or something. Like if you left your car unlocked, if they steal your car, it could be like, well, you left it unlocked or something. Someone told me that one time, so it just stuck in my head all the time.
Yeah, an
So-
insurance agent trying to run a scam on you?
No, I don't.
I mean, I've never heard that. That sounds crazy. You
Well,
go,
like
"No,
I
I
said,
locked
you could
it.
still get
I locked it."
legally, you could still. I'm not saying you couldn't press charges legally, but I think that they could say, well, sir, you didn't lock your car, so I don't know. That's what I was told one time.
Well, people can feel free to email us if they know. I would guess that's not the case. I'm a little bummed today, Jay. I'm usually a little bummed.
True.
I had one of those, like, the new season of The Walking Dead
Yeah, I saw that.
kicked
Season
off
10?
last.
Still
Yeah.
going? I can't even believe it.
But they do. It's a fraud, dude. They do like 2 seasons a year, so it's only like five
Okay.
years of shit. That's usually how those shows work. They have multiple seasons a year. So, and I'm watching this, and it's like, I watched last season, and E gave up a few seasons ago.
Yeah.
He just bailed on that show, and it was really good. It took the nation by storm, Jay. If you remember, it was huge, and now I feel like, well, I got to ride this thing out and see where it goes.
Oh.
I'm in one of
mode,
those
huh?
positions.
Yeah.
And the show's gotten very, very woke. And I don't know.
I can tell you with
woke-
absolute certainty, you don't have to watch the
in
rest
fact,
of it.
if anything, you're hurting it.
Don't you think I have a responsibility
No.
to see how this
Nope.
plays out?
Nope.
Why?
Be a
You're
good
part
consumer.
of the problem now, by the way.
Exactly. Be a
mean,
good consumer. Say, you know what? It's not a good use of my time. I'm going to do something else.
How is that
Turn your
any
back on it.
different from watching 3/4 of a college basketball game and then just shut it off? Well, the last couple minutes left when it's getting down to the wire.
But it's not- but
Like, you
that's-
wouldn't shut it off
You
then.
would
You'd
if it
be-
was
you'd be like,
bad,
well,
though.
huh?
You might if it was bad, though.
I'm not
So-
saying I'm not saying The Walking Dead is a blowout game. I'm just saying I'm watching it. I'm going, okay, I get it. You know, we can't have two white people date. I get it. You know, we got to have lots of lesbians now. We got to have. We've got deaf. We've got deaf people signing on TV. Oh my God, it's a first. Deaf people signing on. I'm like, okay, I got it. We're woke as fuck.
Show?
Yeah,
We're woke as fuck. Can we just get on with the?
Yeah, what's happened? Like, I don't.
There's a
understand,
lot of
like,
gardening.
I mean,
A lot of
dude, there's-
discussions.
You wouldn't finish a Whopper with a turd patty, would you, Mike? You'd
I don't
take
think
one or
so.
two bites, take a third maybe to make sure it's a turd and not just plant-based material,
And you're not just talking about a current Whopper.
and then you'd throw it out. You'd be done with it.
Yeah.
It's your time, man.
could
I
there
know,
be
but
so-
you know,
If
I'm
you're
laying
not-
on the couch bed last night, and I'm like, oh yeah, the new season, whatever. Okay, it's TV, but I don't have to watch commercials. I'll just check it out. And I'm watching it, and it's like, why is this an hour and 14 minutes long? And where are you going? What is the fucking point to this?
You need to do things that make you happy.
I don't understand this.
There seems to be a lot of plowing forward with things that aren't making you happy.
Well, wait a minute. Not just that though. Like, you know, I get talked about being so pliable on this show, dude. I do what I want, man. Like, you. No offense. Like, you seem to be like.
This isn't about you, E.
No, but you're
why are
always
you
so-
doing this now? Making this about you.
Well, you're always so. You're saying, I have to watch this. You're always so concerned with all these things. Like, oh,
I'm having
now-
a discussion. I'm open. I realize I'm in a room full of really fucking weird people. That's the problem with this show. I'm not in a room
I'm
with
not, by
normal
the way,
people.
I'm not accusing you of anything. You're,
No,
you're,
I know.
you're
I'm
being
I'm
defensive.
floating it out there more for the listener because I know where you two are going to land on this
No, but
one.
this isn't
because you
about-
guys are fucking weirdos, both of you.
Weirdos
You're
because
not normal.
wait
You're
a-
both fucking
No,
weird.
no,
Good
no. Wait a minute, dude.
consumers.
You're weirdos.
Weirdos because I only want to watch stuff that I like, and I'm not going to waste time.
Are,
I
Makes
are
us
either
weird,
one
E.
of you
Makes
I
us
watch it,
weird.
are
but
either one of you going to defend that you are not weird as fuck? Both of
I'm
you.
weird,
Stop
but not
it.
for this
Stop
reason.
It.
You're weird in this reason.
I'm
I
not
think.
weird.
You're
Not on
not.
this
You
one.
haven't caught up to the new way of
think I'm-
watching. You haven't caught up to the new way of
Yeah.
watching.
Too much
technology,
content out there, dude.
I
Too
know,
much
but
content. Can't plow forward on
I've
something
watched
that's
this
not
show, though.
At
one
one
making
point-
you happier and not good programming. Sounds like
Yeah.
it's just bullshit now. It sounds like it's woke and it's
but
just trying
it's
to.
been really good programming at times, and so it's like, okay, I'm just waiting for that around. Ooh, here it comes, and it's like, sort of did at the end of last season a little bit, but I'm like,
But you're talking to someone who watched that show. I mean, when I was in Vegas at one point, I remember like even on Sunday night, like waiting to go out on our last weekend night of Vegas to watch Walking Dead. So it's not like I'm someone who didn't watch it, but I stopped watching it because it fucking started sucking.
yeah. Which part did you
I don't
bail
remember.
on? You
I don't
didn't
remember.
It was not sucking when you bailed, by the way. I thought it got too confusing for you or something.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Sorry.
Too confusing.
See what I did there, Jay?
No,
love doing that to
fucking,
him.
no.
Look,
I
it
fucking
got a
lied.
little over your head.
I understood it. Not what happened.
I accused him of that on what's the other one?
I
too?
don't remember.
The Kevin Spacey Washington D.C. one.
oh,
Oh, yeah.
It's like, yeah,
House of Cards? I
you know
fucking
what?
loved House of
You're not gonna
Cards.
like. It's just it's really complicated. It's gonna go
I
over your
love
head.
House of Cards for one, by the way.
I
So, dude, I mean, look at it. I mean, the show.
No, I was just posing it out there. Like I feel like at some point you've invested
Nope.
so much of your time and energy
No,
into
no,
something.
no.
Can you understand why I would be hesitant though to like, really? Am I really going to shut this off? Am I going to not record this each week? It's
get it.
just
I
I think
sitting
that
there in the
decision
queue.
is made in every piece of media you're consuming. You're listening to a podcast, you're watching a show, you're listening to a radio show, whatever it is. You're hitting that point constantly. Like, is this worth it? Is it worth it? Is it worth it?
But what
and
if
in
they
shows
built
you
up?
love, yeah, it's worth it. You watch the whole thing. But if you're going to hit a breaking point, where that breaking point is, I don't know. It's all relative, man.
Yeah, but I just feel like, okay, it's built up enough capital, right? Like if the O.J. Simpson podcast that we listened to and really liked, and we talked to Kim Goldman, it was like 7 episodes long, whatever it was. If 5 of those episodes were really strong, and there was one in the middle that was just kind of like, you know, about Ron's fucking friends and shit I didn't know or never heard of, you know, okay, whatever. I feel like I owed it to the show was good enough that I owed it to keep going, and that's where I'm teetering with the Walking Dead.
But
Like,
again, you're weighing like how much is left.
yeah, I don't
How much
know.
do-
They
how
haven't
much do I-
said.
Yeah, Walking
I
Dead.
don't
Yeah, I don't know what the answer is, Mike. The point is, it's a personal decision that you're
Yeah.
going to have to make, and I hope you choose wisely, Mike.
Well, it's not that I can't do this because I did it to The Simpsons. I was the Simpsons expert on the Drew and Mike show. The Simpsons lost me 7 years ago.
Simpson.
Done. Gone. Occasionally I'll watch a fucking scene here or there. The Simpsons does nothing for me anymore. Family Guy is barely hanging on. Any network show is barely hanging on, really. So it's not that I can't bail on something.
But you want me to? Yes, you should bail on
Okay,
this.
thanks.
Do that.
It surprised me. I thought you were going to go, you know what? You owe it to the show.
They're going to send you a plaque.
And the sponsors.
If you make it through the whole thing, yeah, you'll get a plaque from each sponsor as well as the show producer that you made it through.
Yeah, I don't understand how these shows, like they don't understand. Like, okay, you've got a successful formula going, and this is not just Walking Dead, any show, and it's like, we're into our 9th season, and now we've got fucking all of a sudden there's just woke city.
That's what
it's
I
like,
don't
why do
understand.
all these shows do this? Why do all these fucking shows feel the need to just turn into something they're not? You went away from what made this show great, and now it's like
jumping the shark is a real thing.
By the way,
Yeah.
how is that even possible? Like, there's zombies eating, which I've already heard. I mean, like the zombies have gone away apparently, for mostly it sounds like. But
yeah, they're not nearly as like.
dude, this is a situation where a zombie apocalypse has taken over the world, I guess, or at least the country.
The world, yeah.
And so, like, how is it possible that all of a sudden, in the few humans that are left, that there's, like you said, an interracial couple and 5 lesbians or something?
Yeah.
Like, how is that even, like,
And it's
okay?
like they're the easiest things to kill. You walk up and it's like you just poke them in the eye and they're dead.
Yeah, as long as
Any
you get 'em in the
contact to their brain,
Right.
they're
Really?
dead and they're slow. They walk and they're loud and it's like
So what's the problem?
By the
I
way,
don't know.
there
It's like,
should
dude,
be-
just what are we doing? Sometimes they'll go and it's like one guy will take 1,000 of them out, and then there's like they get to a place and there's a bunch of them fenced in, and there's 200 of them on the fence. And it's like they're like, oh, well, this place is cash. We could never get in there. I'm like, there's 50 of you. Just go up to the holes in the fence and go dink,
How is there not
and watch them all fall down. Like, what's the fuck? Why aren't you wearing armor? By the way, all you have to do is get bit by one of these fucking things and you're dead. So why don't you just wear some shoulder pads and a helmet? What are we doing?
I don't even know.
Why is
how
every
there's
car you're
less-
driving around a total hunk of shit?
How is there less?
Could no one find a
zombies?
car dealership in the open world? No one's got a 2017 vehicle they can drive? It's got to be an 1980 Impala. Why?
How is there not more? That's another thing. Like, how is there not more zombies? Dude, the world has taken
Everybody,
over.
every human, Jay, just for context, is infected with something. So when you die, unless you're shot through the fucking brain, you come back and you want to eat people. So the way to take them down to Chinatown,
Boom.
is to shoot them in the head, stab them in the head, poke them in the eye, fucking shoot a rock at their head, whatever. Just touch their head, basically, and they're dead.
So just the act of puncturing the head.
Yeah.
That does it.
I guess.
All
And
right.
they're mushier now because they're rotting.
Okay.
They're rotting, and some of them are waterlogged. You can't drown them, nothing. But you just, put a staple in their head, and they're dead. I think I'm done.
I think you should be. It's not bringing you joy.
Yeah.
Does it bring me joy?
Does it bring me joy? Usually it does, until I was irritated. I was like, why, you know what? Last season did this to me. I'm feeling it again. I don't like this. I'm gonna table this.
I'm trying to think
I'm
of
gonna table
shows
this
that
with the
I've
guys.
watched that I liked at one point and then gave up. I was trying to think if I've done it really. I mean, I must have, I guess. I mean, Shameless. Some people fucking love Shameless. I watched a season of it. I fucking liked it. The second season, I was like, same storylines over and over again.
Yeah.
And then I think I bailed before the third season of Shameless. But some people fucking love that. So I don't.
Did you watch Dragon Balls?
Never heard of it.
I think it's a.
Dragon
never
Ball
heard of
Z.
Yeah. I think. How's that? Like as far as court outfits go,
Yeah.
he's wearing a Dragon Balls. What is that? Anime?
Yeah.
Japanese anime or some shirt. That's the guy that was killed.
Right. Amber Geiger.
White police officer. Hello.
The witness from the Amber Geiger murder trial.
Yes.
Killed like 2 days after the verdict.
It's coming out now that he was supposed to be a critical witness this upcoming week for the civil trial. Yeah. Is it fucking possible, dude? Honestly, do you really think there's a hit on this guy from the police department?
No, I
I mean,
don't
that
think
just
that.
doesn't sound. That sounds so unbelievable, right?
Correct.
I mean, I'm not
So
saying
obvious,
this guy.
like, who's going to be the first suspect? They're going to go, hey, this guy was a witness in this trial, and he's a important upcoming witness in the civil trial.
Yeah.
Wonder who would have an incentive to not have him testify. Like, come on.
And I'm
No,
sorry.
the dude's probably the victim of some drive-by or mistaken identity or something.
Yeah.
Chances are.
That's kind of where I'm leaning, but nobody wants to believe that. And it's like, is it not like, okay, the cops need to shut this guy up? Why they're personally going to have to pay? No, the city of Dallas
Right,
would pay
I know. Who's
a
gonna
civil
take that on?
infraction.
Who's gonna
It's
take
not,
that on?
Officer Johnson's
Yeah.
not taking that on. And
I want to protect the Dallas Police Department.
and by the way, his testimony, I'm sorry, was not bad for her. Remember his testimony was like, hey, I didn't really know him. I met him once. I heard him singing through the door, gospel songs. The interaction I heard was clear.
Oh, yeah. It
Was
sounded
surprise
like
on
two
both
strangers
ends.
coming together. Yeah.
I mean, that was not bad testimony for her. It lent credibility to she fucking saw someone in this place that she didn't know. He didn't know her. It was confusion, and then 2 gunshots. Not terrible.
Coincidence has become clickbait.
Yeah. I love these attorneys, and I understand they're attorneys, but most people don't get the difference between like why someone's going to go to a hot mic and just be like, "This is a," they've got a story to sell the public, but it just gins up the public more. So you've got S. Lee Merritt, who's the attorney for the family now of Josh Brown, calling this an assassination, refusing to rule out that police were somehow involved in the shooting that took Brown's life just 2 days after his evidence helped convict the Dallas cop of murder. It is a possibility. I don't have any evidence other than the timing. Well, that's not really evidence either, Mr. Merritt, is it? The timing? Is that, I suppose that's some thin evidence. That's not going to win you anything, though.
Yeah.
But I'm not ruling anything out. But I do know that Joshua was targeted. This was an assassination. He pulled into his parking lot and he was shot. The perps fled. They didn't steal anything from him. This is a kid who had, and this is this will be interesting to see how this plays out. This is a kid who had no gang ties. There's no lover's quarrel. He was an Airbnb host and roofer. All the usual suspects of crime, drugs, and sex are simply not there. He's a truly genuine soul that was loved deeply by his family and friends.
The man loved Dragon Balls anime. You
Yep.
know that.
I will work to get to the bottom of this murder. Well, sir, that's really the law enforcement's job, not the family attorney, but okay. He was originally told that Brown had been shot in the mouth and chest, although he now says, you know what, I'm going to wait for confirmation from the medical examiner. It's like, yeah, dipshit, you already put that out there in a tweet. You already put that out there that he was shot in the mouth, lending thousands of people to run wild, going, oh, yeah, man, you don't need any more evidence than that. This is a cop inside job. Shot him in the mouth to send a message. You don't fucking talk shit. Nice job. This was a hit by cop written all over it. Does it? All it takes is common sense to know what group of individuals had him murdered. They think they're above the law. Okay. Not quite ready to go there just yet, personally. Yeah, but we do have Bill Perkins, a Houston-based hedge fund manager, poker player, film producer.
Oh, good.
On Sunday, offered a $100,000 reward to help find Brown's killers.
Okay.
Yeah. Not bad, right?
If the cops find him, do they get that reward? I don't
They
get how these
should.
rewards work with like the cops. Like, you know what I mean?
He didn't
Like,
say except cops. I don't know how that
gets it?
works.
Except the murderer.
Right.
God, the Joker movie still causing
It's
lots
not
of
the Joker. It's Joker.
Joker. Sorry. When are you going to see it?
I don't know,
Come
man.
on, man. Just like later today.
Sorry, I can't do it
Does
later. today.
anyone in your family care to see this movie?
No, Russell would, Russell
Yeah,
would.
Russ, I
But
can see
after
Russ
what
doing it.
Isis said about not thinking it's appropriate for anyone under
Oh,
18,
stop.
I don't think I'm going
I
to allow
stand
that.
by that.
I love these. And this, I think, this is just clickbait, right, Jay? I'll read you a little bit of Jeff Yang's opinion piece for CNN. And I
Okay.
think CNN on their website has more stories about Joker than news at this point. I don't know why. But I just love this. But now Jeff Yang, for context, is a Yale law grad, is a surgeon wife. His kid is on a hit TV show. So spare me your, white guy privilege shit, Mr. Yang.
And it's on CNN, so I assume it's Trump's fault.
In part. It's
Okay.
more, Joker, the Todd Phillips movie, opened this weekend, a record-setting box office. Okay, he wants to let that be clear. Fueled by deft marketing and some of the most polarizing critical reaction of any mass-market film in decades, Phillips' version of the Joker story has its protagonist, Arthur Fleck, a middle-aged working-class man who lives with his invalid mother. He's brutalized by young thugs. He's beaten by suit-clad Wall Streeters. And his answer to this oppression by people of color and one-percenters is murderous rampage of revenge. While many reviewers have focused on Fleck as an incel hero, which is the sexless loner who tunes violent, the true nature of the movie is actually broader. It's in,
People of color, by the way. I don't know what that. I don't.
I think some of the people that beat
Were
him up
they?
on the street were black.
Okay,
Well,
I guess.
here's the problem. Here's the broader of this movie. It's an insidious validation of the white male resentment that helped bring President Trump to power. Wait, Wait.
There
what?
you go.
Wait, what?
There you go.
What?
It's on CNN.
An insidious validation of the white male resentment that helped bring Trump to power.
Oh, my God.
Joker is the story of the forgotten man, displaced, disenfranchised white man whose goodwill has been abused and whose status has been reduced. A man who's been crushed underfoot by the elite, dragged down by equality-demanding feminists, and climbed over by upstart non-white and immigrant masses. Phillips clearly wants Joker to yank at the chains of a society that has increasingly found his shock-fueled style of storytelling less relevant and more problematic. In other words, he's not funny. No one cares about his movies. This goal was made explicit by his attacks on the outrage culture of the far left and his extended complaint to Vanity Fair that the anything goes douche bro comedy genre he helped launch had run aground on the iceberg of political correctness. Go try to be funny nowadays with this woke culture. Comedies don't work anymore because all the comedians are afraid of offending people. How do I do something irrelevant or irreverent? I know. Let's take the comic book movie universe and turn it on its head. We remember that quote. After watching Joker, it's easy to decode what Phillips really meant by this quote. It draws from the same well of resentment that Trump strums with his racist rhetoric at rallies, the fear of no longer being at the center of the political, social, and cultural universe, with everyone who isn't you positioned at its perceived edges. After all, being racist, sexist, and anti-gay only pushes boundaries if you define yourself as normal and define non-white, non-male, and non-straight people as marginalized outsiders.
There's always something to decode, isn't there? It can't just be that somebody said something and they mean what they said, or they just made a movie about a guy who's fucked up.
Yeah.
And he turned into a villain in a superhero comic book series.
Plus, it's no coincidence, Jay, that Fleck and his mother lived down in a rundown, New York City. It's Gotham, but part of town occupied mostly by non-white tenants. This attack by black and Latinx youth that he goes, this beating he has referred to as one of his white male clown friends as savages and animals. It also doesn't seem quite accidental that all the influential characters Fleck encounters are black. Social worker, the woman on the bus, this. I don't want to give details of it away, but to me it says that a lot of black actors got great roles in a fucking movie, asshole. You can't win. It's a fucking movie. He's a psychopathic, murderous clown. That's the point of Joker. Like, there are a shitload of really great non-white character development characters in this movie. Am I wrong, E?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
This isn't the first time Phillips and Trump's words have collided. When his last film, War Dogs, came out, Phillips said in an interview, "There's a thing going on right now where the world as a whole is waking up to the fact that the system is rigged." It happens to be Trump's theme, too. Even though Trump is part of the system that created these problems. Blah, blah, blah. And it goes on. I don't want to read the last thing here.
Oh, my gosh, man.
Dude, what is wrong with
doing in their lives? Just what are you
But
doing?
is that just clickbait? Is that written? Or does this fucking asshole...
It's written to the CNN audience who's addicted to Trump news, quote unquote, right? So it's just, here's something that's happening in daily life. Joker, this movie came out, and here's how it applies to what you really care about, Trump. And we'll keep feeding your addiction, CNNers.
But did he hit send? Did he write that article and hit send and think that he did something good? Or is he just following orders, from the CNN people?
No, I just, this whole, let's, I don't know how you even say it. Like, Mr. Yang, okay? Mr. Yang, like I said, is a Yale-educated, assuming he graduated law school there. His wife, he might be divorced now, but his wife was like a fucking something super surgeon. And his son is on, Fresh Off the Boat or whatever, some hit comedy on ABC.
Oh, yeah. I actually watched that for a few seasons.
It's like...
That's been on for a few seasons?
Yeah.
Yeah, aren't they doing another one?
I ran across that on YouTube TV.
Yeah.
Because I don't have cable. And I'm like flipping through looking for the next beautiful game I want to watch. And I see this straight off the boat. I'm like, really?
It's not terrible.
I'm surprised they named it that, honestly, in this woke day and age.
Right.
Yeah, but it's done by people fresh off the boat. About people fresh off the boat. So you do it that way. It's like Blackish. And I believe they have Mixedish coming next.
It's yeah
on ABC.
It's funny when they get
see
those,
how woke we can get.
when they get those shows. Like I actually watch it. It's not terrible. It's not a terrible show for as far as like an ABC family sitcom would go.
Yeah.
But like the thing is, like they just do a lot of things from the It's set in the early '90s, so sometimes I don't even know if it's good, or sometimes it's just kind of funny to see like
Nostalgia.
Walkmans again
Yeah.
and stuff like that. It's kind of funny.
That'd be Walkman. But
Walkman. What did I say?
Walkmans.
Oh yeah, sorry.
No, I just there's it started out as like you had Black and Brown teamed up to be like, oh fuck, the white man is the devil. And now all of a sudden the Asian, it's like anybody that's not white is thrown into this mix of like oppressed, held down, can't make it in this world because of the evil white man. And it's like, I'm sorry, Mr. Chinese man. Yale educated Chinese man.
Do we know he's Chinese?
I'm pretty sure. I mean,
We know he's Asian, or we think he's Asian based on his last name.
I know you just
Jeff
said Chinese,
Yang.
like,
Well,
Yeah, he just jumped. Wow.
whatever. My point is,
You
he's done.
object to people objecting to stereotypes and
I think he's Chinese. Yeah.
Okay.
I think,
He
I think
might
Mr.
be.
Yang is
He might
Chinese.
be.
I don't have his Wikipedia.
I feel like you
Jesus
just
could find
jumped
this
to that
for me.
conclusion because of his last name.
No. I've seen pictures of him too.
Yeah, but how do you know he's Chinese and he's not just Asian?
Because I read
You know he's
about
not
him,
Korean.
and I
What's his
can't
name
remember.
I hope for your sake
Jeff
he is.
Yang.
I hope for your sake he is Chinese.
I
man.
believe he wrote for one of the Washington papers for a while. He's a columnist with some asshole thing. He's written books. I think he went to Yale. It's one of those fucking. Go ahead, tell me where I'm wrong.
No, I
His wife
just,
is like some super.
before we move
surgeon.
forward, I want to make sure he's Chinese. And
Please
he's not
be a Chinaman.
Taiwanese, for example, South
He's
Korean,
not Taiwanese.
Vietnamese.
Taiwanese man writing opinions for CNN. Please, come on.
Why,
He's
why would you
Chinese.
say that?
I don't know.
I don't know. He is Chinese.
Boom. By the way, SNL might have had the best skit they've done in 5 years over the weekend.
he was born here, by the way. You see? Oh shit! I didn't turn the fucking TV. Look at it. They had
So
the
he's Chinese American.
No. It was just kind of funny.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
fucking American.
Look at this.
That's what he is.
There's where he was born, right? Those letters. So you know
Oh.
what that is, Mike, right?
Those characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the Asian culture, it's
Oh, I'm sorry. He went to Harvard. Did he go to Did he go to? I thought he went to law school too at Yale. But
I was harping on chopsticks the other day, and that's what
And I
got
think
us
it's
onto the
valid,
spork,
dude.
etc. Can we say the same thing about the alphabet?
Yeah.
They're writing in these characters that are so extreme, so detailed.
Yeah. Right.
Right? Isn't there an easier way? It would be
Yeah.
my point. And a lot of times, one character is a phrase.
right.
So
The house on the hill or something.
I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like they're making it harder on themselves
Well,
in a lot of ways.
It's funny you say that because over the weekend I was watching this. I was watching, they got this goddamn stat scrolls on the bottom of the screen, and it was like,
Oh, look at that A. Can't we just build a teepee and put a cross across it?
yeah, it seems easy enough.
Right? The C. Can't we just whoop?
What's
No,
the
no.
pinion, by the way? What's the pinion?
I don't know.
English Chinese character, and then we've got a whole other category, the pinion.
Yeah. I mean,
I think I'd rather go pinion than I would Chinese character,
look
though.
at the L. It appears to have 3 different characters involved.
Yeah.
A fat woman, a man with a hat,
Yep.
and a bow or something.
Dude, and the M is just a fat man staring at a stick man.
I think that's a fast bus, actually.
Is it a
I mean,
fast
I think
bus?
that's
Okay.
a bus in motion.
Maybe.
Fat
maybe.
man with a bus in motion.
Yeah.
The N. Look at how
What is that
detailed-
woman that's a star with a
Whoa,
mustache?
W. Whoa.
Jesus, get over yourself, W. Holy shit. You know what the W's doing here? It's compensating for the fact that not many W's get used in language.
I mean, World Wide Web. Before everybody dropped the www.
Well, they wouldn't use
That was
www, would they?
significant.
Probably why they don't have the internet.
I just feel like they're doing too much work. I'm
Well-
looking out for the Asians.
It was like I was watching the scroll, and it was like 2 or something like that, and then the next thing it was like TD, and I was like, if you're a Chinese person reading this, you'd be like, you are just as bad. It's almost the same thing.
Oh, right.
You know
The
what I
O
mean?
and
Like
the
there's
G.
very little difference when you write out like TO like 2 and then TD like touchdown initials.
I guess.
It's slight. You know what I mean? Anyway.
Says the guy who makes 18 strokes for a W.
Yeah, that W is obnoxious. That's a masterpiece, dude. I'd have to take an art class to do a W. I couldn't even spell my last name.
Website. Is this a little racist? There's like
Yes, that's
Very
racist.
much so racist.
That's just,
Extremely.
Big smiley face at the bottom with the Asian-shaped eyes.
Yeah, this is like
trying to see, like, I was just trying to look at a different website to see if we were right on those letters, if for some reason, but they look to be the same.
that is as racist as we too low, we too low,
Holy food.
holy fook. That actually got on the air. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just tired of the whining, obviously, but even guys like that, like, can't you just go, hey, dude, shut the fuck up. What are you talking about? You're killing it. You're doing great. You're living the American dream. Stop bagging on everybody else.
Can't who's just
Jeff
say that.
Yang.
Yeah, you can say that.
Yeah, I just did.
Yeah. So what?
I want to ban him. I don't want him to be able to write stupid shit because it stirs the people up.
So who
Makes
decides
people
who-
feel fucking like
Who decides
Mike
who's
decides.
stupid?
me. I do. I'm the only one that's level-headed on this planet anymore. For Christ's sakes. It's another movie. I wasn't familiar with this one. And a director has revealed he had this actor, Zach Gottsagen. He appeared on a local show there this morning alongside the director of the debut film of his, The Peanut Butter Falcon, which he plays a young man who follows his dream of becoming a professional wrestler. Right up your alley, E. Tyler Nilson revealed that the movie bosses were convinced the film would be profitable, or wouldn't be profitable, and offered him a bigger budget if he would change the lead actor. So we were offered money if we replaced Zach, and then that was something for us that was a major no-go. If we made it for $200 or $2 million, it didn't matter. We got the best people on board. Tyler was told that audiences wouldn't watch the movie, and streaming services would be hesitant to pick it up, describing the production process as an uphill battle every step of the way. Every step of the way, it's been a little bit of an uphill battle. Until recently, we were told the movie we made would not be marketable because he's not a marketable face. I'm like, okay. However, the movie, which also stars your friend E. Shia LaBeouf, Dakota Johnson, has grossed $16.8 million in the U.S. so far with a budget of just $6.2 million.
What's it called?
Zach's been tipped for an Academy Award for his role. Do you have a picture, E, of them on?
A picture, an image, Jesus?
Because they say it's not a marketable face, but I feel like I've seen this dude before.
Yeah, I do too.
You know?
Yeah, there's a familiarity.
Yeah. They don't mention anything in this article. They say that it's really special. People are acknowledging Zach's work. It's a really special performance. He's been studying acting since he was 3, insisted that his career is everything to him, with Tyler hailing his work on the film as a really special performance.
Look at that purple shirt,
I
huh?
love it. Obviously.
Purple
Yeah, it's
shirt,
dope.
tie,
Pocket
square. Look at that.
Yeah, he's purpled up proper.
Pops.
Yeah. Doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, maybe they're saying that because it's like, look, I feel like we've done this character, we've seen this character before. Is that what they mean by not remarkable enough?
So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Young Zach there he's got a touch of the downs. And so these two meet at an acting camp. And,
Shia LaBeouf and him.
no, Zach and Tyler Nilson, the director. And he was captivated by his phenomenal performance, which soon inspired him to make a film. He was given a performance that I thought was phenomenal, and it was something I hadn't really seen before. We started having a talk about Zach's hopes and dreams. So we're like, hell, let's make a movie. And they made a movie. And I know that's worthy of discussion, I guess, on the news programs and headlines because young Zach has Down syndrome. And the audacity of Hollywood to say something like, any chance we get a great story here, we could make this with, a more remarkable face, like, and, he didn't. He stood his ground. It paid off for you. Could have just as easily gone the other way.
How important to the story is it that he has Down syndrome?
Is it part of the story? Because it's not in my article. It explains not one spot in here that Zach has Down syndrome, which he does. But I feel like, that's like, yeah, that's what Hollywood is. Like that is a business that makes a shitload of films and TV projects and takes it in the ass on 90% of them. Like, and then they have a few hits that pay for the shit that they make the remainder of the year.
Yeah, right.
And so, like, their goal, whether you like it or not, like how many times are we going to hear these stories of like, yeah, they wanted me to lose 15 pounds. Well, then go lose 15 pounds, fatty. You want to be in a movie? Like that's what they're trying to do is make money. Like that's the whole industry. Nothing's changed. Shallowest industry on planet Earth.
Is this the movie Peanut Butter Falcon?
Yeah.
Well, it looks like it describes it as having a so-and-so with Down syndrome.
Yeah, I'm just saying my article here.
Oh,
They fail to even reference it. Obviously, he's got Down syndrome.
Okay, so you want a more prominent actor with Down syndrome? Is that
I
what
don't
we read
know.
into those comments?
I don't
Because
know.
all I can think of is that one dude from what was the show?
Oh,
Not
the one,
Wonder
the
Years.
Paperboy?
Not the Wonder Years. You know,
Corky?
yes.
Yeah.
Or is it Tug from Ozark? Is that his name? The character's name?
Yeah.
He works at the.
Oh yeah, I know who I don't know the name, but I know who you're talking about.
He works at the hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the only two Down syndrome proper actors that I can think of.
And see what happened. We put Corky in a starring role, and then Corky became the next name for anybody that was a little off in society. All right, Corky.
God, what was
You know what I mean?
What was the
Isn't
name
that
of that
just-
show? Do you remember?
This
Life Goes On.
Life Goes On. Yeah. It's a good show, right?
I don't know.
I didn't really watch it, but I heard it was a good show.
I'm gonna guess no, but
It did well for a while. Corky was a big deal. I don't know what he's doing now.
maybe he just wasn't available for the Peanut Butter Falcon. 'Cause,
Yeah.
he's the only other option. I think.
It would be interesting to know. Like, I don't know what the plot. I probably should have done more research before tabling this today. Because is the storyline about a Down syndrome kid that wants to become a professional wrestler? Is that the whole premise of the movie?
That's what it appeared to be from that blurb that he's just pulled up.
Yeah, maybe we should watch the trailer. Does anyone care about the Peanut Butter Falcon?
Actually,
They're talking about him as an Oscar nod, dude. They're talking about an Academy Award for this son of a bitch.
Okay.
Better get to know his name, man. He's going to be a leading man in no time. So,
Yeah, it says Zach, a 22-year-old kid with Down syndrome, lives in a retirement home in North Carolina.
retirement home. How did he get around?
I don't know.
Wait, I tried to get into a retirement home. I think they have age. Like you have to be.
I don't know. He
Yeah.
lives in
I
a
was told you have to be
retirement
like 50-something or something.
home- lives in a retirement home in North Carolina where he's cared for by Eleanor. He dreams of becoming a professional wrestler and attending a wrestling school, the wrestling school of his hero, some guy. So yeah, it's definitely.
So that's the movie plot line. That's
Yeah.
not the real.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was his real life. I was like, well, how the
No.
fuck did he get into the retirement home, dude? That's what I wanted
No,
to
that's
do
okay.
five
That's a
years
movie
ago.
plot line. So yeah, it does have to be.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be Down syndrome, I guess, but it probably should be.
Well, we know you can't have someone act it anymore. You know what I mean? You can't have someone act Down syndrome.
Right.
Like the day of.
DiCaprio
Yeah.
and Gilbert Grape. He did
Oh
a great
my
job.
God, wasn't he great in that?
Yeah.
He wasn't Down syndrome, though,
Right.
was he?
He's just special.
Yeah, he's special.
Special in some way.
Did you see? Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, the Blind Biz. It's the place for blinds, shutters, and all types of shades, everybody. They service a wide area of Michigan, and listener Rich offers free consultations, shop at home appointments, and free installation. Rich started the Blind Biz in 2002 and handles all aspects of the business from call to consultation to installation. TheBlindBiz.com is the website. Mention TDC, and Rich will honor 20% off your blinds purchase over $399 with some exclusions.
I think I'm gonna watch this. By the way, it looks good.
Does it the movie?
Sure, the plot looks good.
And your boy Shia.
Yeah, there you go.
Hell yeah.
Exactly.
God, I need that stick today out of the computer. I have to pull. I had Rich from the Blind Biz do a recorded. I think you guys are gonna love it.
Okay.
He's great. He's got a voice that cracks, pops.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's very good. So instead of straightening your voice all the time, Jay, to do his reads,
Boom!
I think we'll have Rich speak for himself.
Yes,
but I've
voice
got it
of
on
an angel.
He does. I was like, wow, man, I had no idea. A guy like you would have this kind of power.
And I think I remember you
proud.
saying he did it just off the cuff. From memory. Boom.
It wasn't quite as wung as it wasn't wung totally, but it was pretty close. He was very smooth.
Good.
I think you'll like it. So we'll get that up today at some point. Shit, what was I going to say? Oh, it's on that stick. I need that one. It wasn't on the other one. Did you see the quarterback Mason Rudolph for the Steelers?
Oh my God. Dude. Knocked out cold.
Oh, there's a couple things in this video. You know what? When they take the mask off a helmet, how fucking dumb do people look?
Seriously?
You know what I mean? Is there a worse look than a fucking Gumby standing there with that goddamn shell on his head?
Like that Easy Rider style helmet. you
Yeah.
know? It just, it looks really bad without a face mask. Really bad.
whoever designed the football helmet really knocked it out of the park with a face mask. Like, it's so necessary.
And to have to walk him off, their cart wasn't working for some reason.
Yeah.
So they had to arm under the shoulder, walk this guy off who was knocked out cold,
dude,
senseless.
That was one of those, like, usually you see him, they hit their head really hard or something. That dude was out the fuck on his feet.
Which is interesting because I only watched it once. Maybe you'll disagree with me, but I felt like he didn't get squarely hit in the head. He got hit more in the jaw, right? And it just like rattled his head in a way that
think about a boxer that just
out.
tags someone on the jaw in the right spot. There's a spot, that you spot. You hit the right spot on the jaw.
Yeah.
Glass jaw.
I was just expecting to see this unbelievable helmet-to-helmet collision and just be like, oh, that goddamn defensive player. But I mean, he like barely nicked. His head, the defender, shouldn't really be blamed here. I feel like
anytime you're going at that area of the body, like, dude, it's so bad. There was a sack yesterday in one of the games where a guy gets pushed from behind. He's going down, and he grabs the quarterback around like the thighs and just takes him down. The guy lands on his butt and then goes down, and then they get up and dust each other off. No harm, no foul. Flag, shooting at his knees, going to. I'm like, okay, just say it's two-hand touch on the quarterback. You can't touch a quarterback anymore.
Put a flag on his belt.
Yeah, like just you clearly don't want anybody touching the quarterback at all ever. That's what you're going for here. These guys are making way too much money, and you can't have every week we're down to our third string undrafted quarterback playing because you guys can't keep knocking these guys out of the game.
So was the defensive player involved here? Was he booted and fined up the ass?
No. I think he was given a penalty, the 15-yard penalty, but I don't think he was kicked out. It's Earl Thomas, who's a legendary hitter with the Seattle Seahawks for most of his career, the Legion of Boom, that whole secondary. But, yeah, do you have video of it? And
took it to another.
Oh, you got something playing there. This stupid, stupid videos playing in the background. Hey, Aaron, how do we get rid of this?
Well, you can. I think they just make you do it.
Sandwich, man.
The sack and then got crunched.
He's so out,
dude.
His arm, kind of
Carr
extends.
Do you have the video of where they like as soon as that helmet hits his chin, he's done?
Yeah.
Do you have the video where the team's like on the field, they come running in? I was shocked at how much his team seemed to.
Oh, he's motionless though.
Oh, I know.
You think like this dude might be dead, man?
Fuck. I hope it's in this. There's a part when his receiver comes running in. I think his receiver like faints when he comes in. Juju Smith-Schuster or whatever. He gets a glimpse of his quarterback and is just like, ugh, and he falls down. Yeah, I don't know if you saw that.
I agree with your original point, though. The worst sin of this whole thing is leaving that helmet on that guy and walking him across the field. Get the fucking helmet off. That looks so bad.
I mean, that looks like a Halloween costume.
I was thinking that the other day.
See if you can find more, dude. There's a part where the fucking receiver comes in and like passes out looking at him.
I'm watching, I guess it was the Spartans the other day, and I'm looking at these. I'm watching way more beautiful game these days, as you know. And so when I flip back to tackle ball, it strikes me just things that I'm sure just your brain doesn't even it doesn't even pick up on little things anymore because you watch so much of it. Like I just start looking at the helmets, going, these guys have enormous heads.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Look at all these guys on the field with the big heads. This is like so fucking weird. They're wearing little short pants.
Yeah.
Short, tight pants and big heads. It just looks odd, man.
And some of them have just wee wisp heads. Tiny heads.
What do you mean?
Like
they all have helmets on.
I'm
know
saying
the nature of the helmet.
Oh, no, I know. But I've got some of NFL players' helmets. And it's like, who the fuck is wearing this?
Oh, right.
It's a big helmet, but it's like, what toddler is putting this on? One of them is from, do you have a headache again?
Yeah, I've been reading a lot. So it's just,
would you stop reading?
I know.
Haven't you learned enough?
If I could just stop working altogether.
What's Eric something? He was a Michigan State safety or...
Oh, yeah, that helmet up there's tiny. You're right.
Yeah.
No,
he played for whoever. Well, it doesn't matter.
No, but just step back for a moment and look at that field and look how ridiculous
I know these
tight
little
outfits
pants
look.
on.
Yeah, especially when they have white pants on. Like that group of big men are wearing white tight pants. What the hell's going on here?
Looks like a Q-tip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's odd.
Yeah.
You got
it's
it,
a weird
Ethan?
sport. Is it? Yeah, they show him on the field and then his team coming over like, But, you know, the NFL is getting a lot of shit. It's like, really, dude, you got a cart that doesn't work on the field. And the NFL came out and said.
One of those carts with the big helmet. They look so
remember
fun
those?
to drive.
Oh, yeah, always wanted to drive those. George Atala, the assistant executive director of external affairs for the NFL Players Association, called the medical carts breakdown and the way Rudolph's injury was handled embarrassing. I guess $15 billion a year can't buy you a working medical cart. The NFL issued a statement saying the cart that was brought out for Rudolph was not needed to get him off the field, that a backup cart was available if needed. After evaluating the player, medical staff determined a cart was not necessary in this instance. Had one been needed, there was a backup cart on the other sideline which was immediately available. He received appropriate medical care per game day protocols.
So that was somehow appropriate
Are
to
you
pull him
shitting me?
onto his feet and pull him off the field with that dumb-looking helmet
That
on.
ridiculous-looking helmet.
That was somehow
unmasked
helpful?
helmet. And walk him halfway across the field to an ambulance as he's just there. That's really...
Huh. Okay.
there you go.
I'm no doctor.
Ah! See Smith-Schuster come in?
Can the guy pull him back or something?
No, dude, watch when he comes running in. Maybe a little bit. I mean, he's like, oh my God, my quarterback's dead.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's real fear around this, as there should be. This dude is not moving.
Why is this the best video we're getting? All these recorded off. I'm not blaming you, E. It was like that in a lot of places. It's like every fucking microsecond of NFL games, we have all these cameras of, except of OBJ getting choked out, double choked out on the field, and you know, and stuff like this. Like, come on, man, I don't get it.
Maybe they don't want us to see it again.
I guess, yeah, dude, they weren't even showing this. Like, they've gotten to the point where it's just like, yeah, backup quarterback, third stringer into the game here, and in the highlights, I'm
They
like,
just pretend it didn't happen.
Why? What happened?
yeah, he's a little wobbly out there. They took him out. They got the undrafted rookie in there, Delvin Hodges, taking the. It's like, cut to the third quarter, 2 minutes left. You're like, wait a minute, your guy like died on the field. Did you remember that, right? We all saw him die on the field, and then your cart didn't work.
New contestant in the gladiator ring.
Chris Mack, co-host of the Fan Sports Radio Show in Pittsburgh, suggested his treatment says a lot about how the NFL manages head trauma. If appropriate medical care for someone in the condition Mason Rudolph was in to walk them halfway around the damn stadium to get them into an ambulance, then we can no longer question the league's concern about head injuries. It doesn't exist. Kind of agree with that,
Yeah,
you know.
that's
And then,
insane.
I don't know.
Especially without the face mask.
I mean, I was just gonna say. I mean, can we get in like an NFL league sanctioned bag we can put over their heads if they're going to be in that condition? Because that's a meme waiting to happen. You're going to ruin a guy's life.
Looked awful. That's going to be, you know, his buddies are going to email that to him all. Hey, happy birthday, dude!
I
Remember
would.
this? Boom! It's
I
going to
would.
be you without your face mask.
Dude, if I had
It's
like
embarrassing as shit.
when we played soccer, Jay, and you got hit and your nose ended up by your ear,
Yeah.
and you uncovered your face, and I was the first one to see it. Like if I had a picture of that face, I would shoot that to you.
Yes.
Anytime we had anything,
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Are you sure you're thinking straight? You sure you're not thinking like this guy?" And then I'd just send it to you. You know what I mean? Just be like, "You sound like this Jay right now," and I would send it
It
to
would
you.
be memed. You're
Yeah.
right.
So his buddies are definitely going to send him the face maskless helmet shot. He won't be able to get away from that.
Hey, Hamlin Pubs, they are inviting you to their 6 Metro Detroit locations. Come enjoy Hamlin Pubs' great food, their drinks, their atmosphere, whether you're watching the game with your buddies or out for a meal with the family. It's always a great time at the Hamlin Pubs Rochester, Clarkston, Chesterfield, and 2 Shelby Township locations, as well as the newest location in Richmond.
One of our favorite videos, I think last year, was that, remember the gender reveal where the guys were in the brush in Arizona?
Yeah, it started the huge fire, right?
Yeah, that one destroyed 47,000 acres of land.
47,000 acres.
With Dennis
I remember
Dickey.
comparing that to Rhode Island. Let me do that one more time. See how many acres Rhode Island is?
Probably like 4.
I think it's like 100 or 100,000 or something.
Dude. Yeah, it was a party in Arizona, resulted in a wife, where Dennis Dickey shot a target reading boy during a gender reveal party. Target had been packed with the highly explosive substance tannerite, and when it was shot, it emitted a blue cloud of smoke, also ignited the surrounding bush, ultimately costing $8 million in damage to the Coronado National Forest. He pled guilty to a misdemeanor violation of U.S. Forest Service regulations, sentenced to 5 years probation in order to pay $8 million in restitution. That means Yeah. That little fucking boom cost him $8 million in rest. That they'll just garner his wages for life, right?
Oh my God, yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he burned like 17% of Rhode Island.
And who couldn't see it coming too? You know what I mean? Like, it was set up. It was just like,
Remember the time you burned 17% of Rhode Island?
hey, Dennis, we're going on vacation. We're going to Vegas this weekend. You want to roll? Oh yeah, you can't. How are you coming on that $8 million in restitution, man? It'd be sweet to have our boy back in Vegas again.
I burned 17% of Rhode Island.
Yeah.
You know, maybe
I
next
tell
year.
everybody that my kid was a certain whatever.
Yeah.
God, it's so stupid.
I just want everyone to know I was having a boy. So, now that boy.
Those continue, man. I saw the
I
other
know.
day. I didn't click on it, but I saw some
I know.
helicopter dropping blue. Like, what the hell?
Well, I've got a different one today. This video. This guy, and people are like, judging on this video, I hope the apple does fall very far from the tree. Video of what this went wrong for. I didn't know this, but these parents are getting their asses handed to them on social media for their. He's got a huge black balloon, and he's trying to pop it. Contains, we're going to find out what inside. Like,
Can't wait. We can't wait.
it's not the baby they put inside the balloon.
No.
It's just we find out what the gender's going to be, whether it's pink or blue, right?
Yeah. At least what that parent is going to assign the gender
That's like
to.
right.
Exactly.
Okay?
I mean,
It's not what the child may decide ultimately.
They hit the balloon with flat sticks. Did you know that you can't pop a balloon with a flat stick?
It seems like, yeah, that
I mean, impossible. Like if I gave you 100 whacks at a balloon with a bat, I don't think you could pop it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess this is going to prove that, right?
Popping a balloon by hitting it with a stick is not possible, one wrote on Twitter. Sticks are for piñatas. They need sharp stuff for balloons. Where are the lawn darts? So this guy doesn't know that. So you got it. You got the video there, E? Yeah.
Just need a nail
And it's
on
just-
the end of that stick.
Yeah, it's just gonna go from bad to worse too. Poor gay. Look at these assholes.
Hit it hard!
Hit it hard, you pussy!
Man, strike
Yeah.
out!
Oh, and he wants to be thought of as a strong dude too.
Not her!
Oh,
Oh no!
oh no!
It's
no, no,
flying
no, get
away.
it!
It's
no,
flying
get it!
away.
No,
He's
you
going
got
over-
it! You got it! No, no!
He went to jump a fence to go chase after the balloon that's flying away.
Oh,
Falls on his ass.
he's never gonna know what kind of kid he's having now.
right, it's over now.
Dude,
What
hold
this
on.
guy.
Let's break this down a little bit. This is a guy that has spent a tremendous amount of time in the gym, right?
Yes, you can tell.
He's kind of got sleeves that are a little too short, shirts a little too tight, sunglasses,
Yeah,
strong, buff dude.
yeah.
And he's being mocked because he can't break the balloon, swing
Yeah.
as he might.
They do seem like terrible efforts, though. They don't like seem.
As Mike said, though, he's just hitting. He's got like a
I know.
3-foot stick of quarter round or something. That he's hitting a huge balloon with.
Yeah. And then, so it's like, this guy desperately wants to be viewed as an athlete, as, a physical specimen. Can't you tell by the outfit?
I think that's fair to assume. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, I mean, I don't know what's more embarrassing. It's got to be the fence jump at the end,
Oh,
right?
the fence jump is
I mean,
unforgivable.
What did he
I
think
mean-
was? He had nothing to gain by jumping that fence. Because what did he think
The
was
thing's
going to
gone,
happen?
right?
Like I don't understand what he thought was going to happen.
The
Dude,
thing
was he gonna
didn't
jump
go
up
over the
top of
fence and settle
like-
in the neighbor's yard. It was like in the air.
Yeah,
It was
and it's a
gone.
big balloon, and it's gone. And this guy in his head, he might have had visions of Bo Jackson running up the fence to catch
Yeah.
the ball. He might have saw himself getting to the top of the fence, leaping off, and just getting 2 fingers on that string before
Yep.
it goes to the heavens. Who knows? But clearly, people have not let this guy know. Like, dude, you can go with your piddly legs into the gym as long as you want and lift as many weights as you want. You're just not going to be an athlete.
Is he limited by his khakis though? He has a tucked-in golf shirt.
Dude,
Let's
OBJ,
see.
throw OBJ in khakis. He does
Let's
not
see what
let
we
that
have.
balloon get away.
Hard!
Yeah, he's khakied up proper.
Oh, yeah, bearded up.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking end this. Yeah.
Not her!
And there it goes. There it goes.
Okay,
Go
I
get
got
it, man.
I got
Go
it.
get it.
I got it. I got
Jump
it.
the fence.
It's mine.
That was such a lame effort at jumping the fence.
What was even
Is it
gonna
possible this
happen?
dude's drunk?
No.
I mean,
Look at.
this
Hold
is
on. Pause.
Such a bad effort.
Back it up, E, and pause it.
Can't really pause
It
it.
appears to me he's got one of those giant phones in his pocket. You know, the ones that are like this big,
Really?
that are like
Okay.
a mini iPad in his right khaki pocket. I could be wrong about that.
Okay.
When he takes that first swing, he expects this thing to explode into a just whether it's blue or whatever. And when it doesn't, his boy starts to laugh, who's filming it. He takes another whack, and then he gives this look like, they're never going to let me live this down, that I can't pop the balloon. He's shamed, and now he starts to take like half-ass, like, I didn't want to break it anyways. Like,
What kind of father is he if he can't even break this
look at the
balloon?
body language.
Okay.
And then at the bottom, this is if you look at the tampon string coming down, right? That string makes a hoop at the bottom. So you could have said it was tied
On
to
a
something.
brick or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he might have looked at that and thought, I can get a hand in there like a pommel horse, or a ring, like a ring or something.
Yeah,
If I leap off this fence,
Is the wife to blame at all? We have
she sucks, dude.
the woman pinked up proper to the right of the screen.
I haven't even gotten to her half of the video yet. We'll get to her in a minute.
So look at this. Notice this. He's wearing blue. She's wearing pink. Are they teamed up on this? Like, she wants a girl desperately. He wants a boy. That adds drama to this, Mike.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know how much we can read in.
But they know though what's in that balloon though. I mean,
I feel like he doesn't.
He might not.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like he doesn't, but
Okay.
just reading
But
that
look
in.
at his body language and the way he looks at his boy. I think there's some shame creeping in early when he realizes I can't.
Can
I'm
we
giving it my
determine
best
what
stroke.
he's swinging, what he's using?
Looks like a bat, or it's quarter round.
I don't think it does look like a bat. I think it maybe a pipe at best if it's metal.
Oh, hit it hard!
That one right there killed him. Oh shit, he's shamed.
Strike out!
Yeah, still can't do it now. It's just like, yeah, whatever.
He does have a huge ass phone on his
There
pocket.
it goes.
I
Go get it, man. Go get it.
Be a
Go get
hero.
it.
I'll be a
Dude,
hero.
it's so gone.
You can't
It
marry
is
that man.
So gone.
Yeah.
What are any of these people? This idiot girl, what is she doing? Like, and
Yeah,
they're-
we need to pay more attention to her half of the video. Back at the beginning, did you see when it locked in? Like, oh no, there's a last chance for me again to be the hero.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh sir,
His first couple steps out of the box are not good. Watch this.
Oh! Not her!
look at her.
All right, there it goes.
I got it. I got it. Mine. No.
Wait, watch her jump. Watch
Yeah,
her
you have the
jump.
tube top lady who isn't the mom.
Go to the beginning
by
of the
way.
video. I want to see her cuts.
Just a minute. Watch this. Watch
She's got her hand up.
she gets off like 2 inches off the ground.
What does she think? Does she really think she's taking a run at this balloon? Like Jay said, this balloon is so fucking
so gone.
When he realizes
40 feet away.
When he realizes right coming up here that the balloon is cut free,
Yeah.
right here, it's over. It's over.
It's gone.
It's
Yeah.
gone.
It's
Gone.
gone.
Where are you going, sweetheart?
Wait, watch her freaking watch her squat
Holy
down to start to
shit.
jump. Like she thinks she's jumping
I
that
got it.
fence. Watch the squat down that she gives. It goes nowhere. What a moron!
And look at him. He's just a beaten man.
Has the wife tremendously overshot in the level of husband she was able to land? Can we?
Yeah, something's
All
going
right,
on
that's
there,
not the
too.
wife running right there.
No.
all right? Go back to the frumpy ass wife in the pink, man.
Right.
Yeah,
Did
go
these
back.
two look like a match? Now, granted, she's uncomfortable. She's pregnant as hell.
Where is she?
She's right there.
That's her.
I'm assuming that's the mom. I mean,
Yeah, it's gotta be.
she's wearing pink.
Oh,
and she also
see,
has.
I thought that was the woman that broke free to go get it.
No.
You're
No.
saying someone? Okay, yeah. Look at him.
I can't get over that squat from that girl. That girl hit.
What squat? What do you mean?
Like she,
her
like-
jump?
Yeah, she squats
She
down
doesn't
like she's-
squat. She tries to jump.
Well, no, but watch, right, I don't know. I think that she kind of squats down to try to get power.
She's trying to get her hands up on the fence. And
I don't know,
him,
that was
I mean,
terrible.
dude.
Embarrassing.
Wow. Yeah.
So they'll never know what they're gonna have, I guess.
I'll never figure it out.
So you can find that balloon.
Well, in a comment that was widely liked, one man said, gender reveals are the scourge of modern day America. Ironically, the very woman, did you know there was a single woman credited with creating the gender reveal in the first place? Recently said she regrets what she started. The baby whom she was carrying at the time that spawned this popular trend by throwing a gender reveal party is now a 10-year-old girl named Bianca who wears suits.
Oh, see, there you go.
Yeah. In July, she wrote, the gender reveal party was picked up and an interview with me was published in the Bump magazine, and the idea kind of spread from there. I've got the article framed. Anyway, I felt a lot of mixed feelings about my random contribution to the culture. It just exploded into crazy. After that, literally guns firing, forest fires, more emphasis on gender, than has ever been necessary for a baby. Who cares what gender the baby is? I did at the time because we didn't live in 2019 and didn't know what we know now. Yeah, we did.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, we knew.
Oh, no.
No, we knew the same shit in 2010 as now. The deciding focus on gender at birth leaves so much of their potential and talents that have nothing to do with what's between their legs. So yeah, wouldn't you just know the chick that started it? Of course. Well, I've changed my thoughts on this because it doesn't matter.
Did she give any details on how she first revealed? Like, what was hers? Just like under a box, you know?
Probably something totally stupid, as a cake or something. Yeah, I don't even know. I found it interesting that she had to reveal that Bianca, her 10-year-old, wears suits.
Yeah.
I hope she means bikini bathing suits, but I doubt it.
Doubt it.
Knowing what I know about her.
Hey, Twin Peaks, it's your ultimate sports lodge with a menu to match. Pair any of their made-from-scratch menu items with a frosty 29-degree draft beer served by a beautiful Twin Peaks girl, and you're in for a legendary sports-watching experience. Twin Peaks, eats, drinks, scenic views.
Hey, did you see a mom turned her own kid in
No.
for being a psycho? She saw something, and she decided to say something. Props to her. Mother from Washington State being hailed a hero today, Jay. After police say she reported that her teenage son's journal contained detailed plans to attack his school on the anniversary of Columbine. The 17-year-old high school student, who's not been named, was arrested September 17th, charged with felony harassment and threats to bomb or injure property. The teen's detailed journal included times, specific firearms and explosives, locations, an established date of April 20th, 2020, and plans to kill. Also plans to kill his mom and her boyfriend. So was this just a little self-preservation as much as...
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you come
still,
across something
what's
like
wrong?
that. Shit, man.
I know, but it's like, yeah. But if he's got a story, but it's like, hey, he plans to kill me too, motherfucker. Turn his ass in. Officers informed the school of the threat. School was already done for the day, so this little son of a bitch was arrested as soon as he got home later that afternoon. His mother, Nicole, that's all we know. We don't know the kid's name or her last name. But she told CBS News that when she found her son's journal last month and confronted him about it, the boy claimed, what do you think? So you find this in Manny's room.
Creative writing class. It's just crazy.
So you sit down and you go, really, your mom, me too? The fuck, dude? He claimed he'd been doing creative writing and that it was all just a story.
Yeah.
So you go, well, cool, see you for dinner, pal. In his notebook, the student wrote about detonating pipe bombs and propane bombs placed inside a backpack, duffel bags, the school cafeteria, and a van parked on campus. He also detailed using various firearms to blast anyone in sight and execute survivors.
Damn, man.
One message read, kill everyone possible, fight to the death, and kill self after maximum damage. When police searched the student's bedroom, they discovered the books, The Anarchist Cookbook. Okay, that's enough right there. That I don't ever want to hear this kid again. Like, just put him in our cell. He's good.
He has a hard copy of that?
Yeah, where do you even get that?
Go it, man.
Yeah, right? Huh. So that's it. Basically, are you familiar with The Anarchist Cookbook?
Who doesn't just read that on their Kindle?
Yeah, I know. The Anarchist Cookbook was some fucking hippie douchebag in the 70s or whatever, 60s, put it out, and it basically gives exact details on how to make explosive bombs, all types of bombs and shit like that. And so every fucking psychopath kid that wants to shoot up a school, make homemade pipe bombs, they all read the Anarchist Cookbook. And it will get you put on a watch list, so don't Bing it and Google it. Don't buy it, E.
Okay.
Also, he had the book, The Truth Behind Death at Columbine. Detectives also seized several other notebooks from the teen's room containing writings about murder and suicide, along with images of shooting guns in school. His mom, Nicole, said she wrestled with the decision of reporting her son. And in the end, she felt like she did the right thing, and she loves her son. It takes a lot to do what I did. It wasn't easy. I would think that would be really easy. Like, at that point...
I agree, man. I don't think that'd be very hard because, yeah, for obvious reasons. I mean, yes, it's your kid, but if he goes through with that shit, obviously the dude needs help either way.
Right.
Whether he's planning it or not. The dude is fucked up and needs some help.
I was reading an interesting article, and I thought of you. This is probably a week or two ago, Jay. And I think it was out of the University of Michigan, and they were doing a study about, turning family members in for stuff. I don't know if you saw that.
I haven't.
And the reality is, even in some of the most heinous crimes, family members will find a way of justifying for a loved one under the guise usually of, I'm going to get them the help they need.
Yeah.
Now that I'm aware, I can fix the problem. But they don't want to
Put it on their record. Yeah.
have a loved one go to prison, jail, whatever. And so while all people agree, well, if I saw some clown down the street, murder someone or rape someone, I'd turn them in immediately. Like, you're very morally grounded then. But when you walk in on your son doing it, or something like that, it's just the way the human mind works, and it goes way out of its way to protect its own. And so that's the problem with the whole see something, say something. It's like, yeah, these things are very cut and dry usually. Like, that is textbook. Whether this kid ever gets to that level and is able to pull off the carnage he wants, for mom to be like, it was a really tough decision. No, Mom, no, it really wasn't. That kid's a mental case, period.
Well, according to what you just said, it is a tough decision, though. That's the thing.
I know. That's the problem
Studies
with
show.
society
Yeah.
going, well, if you see something, say something. Well, the family is usually the ones that are going to see something. And it's being proven that it's really hard, unless you're Jay.
Yeah.
Jay will do
it
it.
in a second.
Oh, just take them right in, right?
Even just a mere suspicion.
Yeah.
Mere suspicion.
He seemed to laugh too hard at that movie, that documentary we were watching on Columbine. I heard him chuckle in the other room.
Let the authorities handle this one.
Yeah. This is
Hey,
not
if you're
my
innocent-
jurisdiction.
Justice system will take care of it.
Got nothing to hide
Trust the
from.
system.
You have nothing to hide from, yeah.
Leave it to that fail-safe justice system.
Imagine
They'll
Hall,
figure it
man.
out.
Fuck. Yeah. So, I don't know, dude. I read shit like that. It's like, I remember those fucked up kids. I remember him, Tony. I remember Tony. I don't know where Tone is now, but I imagine those people don't amount to a whole lot more than what that kid is. Maybe I'm wrong. Are there
quite a leap there? But
what, some kid like this planning to shoot his school up, writing about
know,
that
but when
kind
you
of
say
shit?
Tony,
like,
who are you talking about?
I'm talking about someone that I'm not going to name.
I know
anymore
that, but
than
I'm saying so. I'm saying like it depends on how serious.
My guess is someone like I'm guessing, dude. Like people like that don't just like mature one day and turn into. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. My guess is people that are throwing rocks in the neighborhood. You know
I
what I
think
mean?
that's a leap, though. That's the thing. When
Sure it
you're
is.
throwing
Sure
rock.
it is.
I mean,
All right, let me ask you this. This happened over the weekend. Should I say something? I saw something.
What did you see?
We had a mouse in the house, Mike. It was fucking awesome. I'm outside.
It's not awesome.
I'm outside trimming some bushes and pulling some weeds and shit, and I hear Sweet Pie screaming like a schoolgirl, like high pitched,
Yeah.
like I've never heard before. Like, what the hell's going on? There's a mouse! Oh my God, Moose has a mouse!
Oh,
All right.
Moose has it under control.
Earlier in the day, Sweet Pie was down in the basement, and she claimed to have seen a mouse in the rafter. She's like, I saw a mouse. It ran across the rafter. I'm like, okay, no problem. It's been cold. They want to come on, get in some warm weather.
Let 'em warm up.
We've
grab
got
a cup of hot chocolate, whatever.
we've got that field behind us. We have all sorts of crazy shit in our garage all the time. And
Really?
stuff. So anyway, I suspect that Moose went down there, saw this very same mouse that Sweet Pie did, and brought it up to play with. So Moose is there in the corner. Tank is nowhere to be found. She's probably afraid of the mouse. But Moose has the mouse. Sweet Pie, tiny girl! She screams like a schoolgirl, freaks Moose out.
She is a schoolgirl.
Freaks the mouse out. Mouse runs under the couch in the family room. Gab is freaking out. Oh my God, there's a mouse in our house. This is not, what kind of operation do you think
What
I'm,
is this
I'm
mouse
running
going
here?
to do to you?
That's what I said.
You know what I mean? Like, honestly, like, I know we all go into panic mode, but
Yeah.
a mouse,
As long as we can.
if he had a bushy tail, you'd keep him.
It's true. It's absolutely true. You'd be like, what a great
Look at
pet.
that
Look at
guy.
Yeah, you would. You'd feed it and keep it.
Scruffy little tail. Hi, pal.
So I'm thinking, not ideal.
Yeah.
Don't want to live with rodents, but I'll get it, right? If it's under the couch, I'll eventually get it. So I start to move the couch and shit. During this time, Russell walks in from wherever Russell had been. What's going on? Why is the couch like that? I'm like, dude, there's a mouse in the house.
Yeah.
He's like, sweet. Where is it? I'm like, where do you think, dude? I think
Yeah.
it's under the couch.
Where is
In the cupboard, Russell.
Yeah.
So he's like, all right, well, let's get it, because me and Russell, we've been mousers for years. Like soon after we moved in, we did have a rodent problem in our basement. I'll
Really?
admit it. Yeah.
Disclosing this, huh?
I know.
Okay.
I think there's a problem with the grading when they built the house. They didn't there was an entry point. I eventually found it, but there was like a whole family of fucking mice in our basement.
Holy shit.
And Russell and I, it was a fun little thing. We'd go
Yeah.
down every morning and check our traps, dude.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Really?
Yeah, and Russell really got into it.
What kind of traps were you guys into at this point?
We didn't try to build a better mousetrap. We just used the mousetrap.
Okay.
So we're just snapping mice like crazy for that 1 year. We got rid of them. So I thought. So until this time.
Sure.
Flash forward 12, 13 years. So Russell's all into it. Oh, where's the mouse? I want to get the mouse. And Gab's freaking out. Blah, blah, blah. It's this big commotion. All of a sudden, the mouse starts to run into the kitchen toward our laundry room.
Yeah, he hears you planning
Yeah.
his death.
Yeah, Russell's like, there it is. And so he starts chasing it, gets it in the laundry room, shuts the door. I'm like, yes, good move, Russell. At least we have him in the laundry room. It's
Did you
Contained.
towel off
contained. Laundry room, yeah, exactly. So the laundry
Better.
room's probably like 8 by 4. You know,
Yeah.
just a smallish laundry
Some
room.
nooks, though.
There is a
Washer
nook,
and dryer?
crannies as well as nooks. Washer, dryer,
Oh, lots of crooks, lots of
van,
webs.
sink there
Oh,
with cupboards
God.
underneath, whatever.
Yeah.
So we throw Moose and Tank in there. Let nature take its course, we're thinking,
Sure.
right? Leave them for about an hour. They're just sitting by the door, like scratching on the door, wanting to come out.
Come on, man.
So in
What
their-
a weed dirt.
In their defense, the mouse ran straight to the corner under the dryer. He's, he
What are they
can't-
gonna
he can't
do?
be caught. Right. As soon as he peeks out, he's going to run back in. What are they going to do? They can't do anything. So we're like, all right, let him out. So Russell's like, I'll handle this. Where's the BB gun?
Excellent.
So he goes and gets
Yes.
a BB gun. Look, this Daisy air rifle is dialed in his defense. Like, you could hit a mouse from, 20 feet. But the notion that you're going to get on the floor and lay down with a air rifle
Yeah.
and shoot a mouse, chances are slim to none.
Well, not with that attitude. Yeah.
So, should I be concerned about this reaction by Russ? It is an animal, and he was, I no.
I don't know. I don't think
it's
so.
gained
He
illegal
seemed-
entry into your house. I think there's you are.
He seemed a little too excited about killing this mouse. I mean, he was
well. He
borderline
didn't want to
giddy.
dismember it, did he? Like he just wanted to shoot it.
He was giddy.
He likes shooting his gun.
Yeah.
But by the way, going into a contained area, 8 foot by 4 foot.
I
mean,
know, with a
dude,
BB gun.
With a BB gun,
Yes.
and metal
Yeah.
machinery. That thing could have taken an eye. He could have shot his eye out. That thing could have ricocheted for an hour. He could have shot himself before the mouse.
I did tell him to wait, and I'd run and grab the safety glasses. But he wasn't waiting, Mike.
Did he shoot?
No, he never got a clear shot. The thing burrowed into this corner.
Oh,
underneath
good for
a
him.
bunch
He
of-
didn't just try to take errant shots.
Yeah, the air vent was in a bad area, and he tunneled in there. So I ended up getting him, though, Easus. I just simply set the mouse trap. Of
course.
Came back 3 hours
help it,
later,
right. What
boom,
was
there
in
he
there?
was.
He got hungry.
What was in there? Cheese?
No, you use peanut butter, dude.
Okay.
Really?
Or in our case, almond butter, but whatever.
God, they like
We don't have
almond
peanut
butter.
butter.
I think they would
I
be
know
more
the devil's butter. I think Gab calls it or something. Wait, why do you go with that instead of cheese?
We don't have cheese in the house.
You
Plus-
used to have cheese with your apples. What are you talking
I
about?
know. We're done with cheese.
Why?
All dairy. Yeah, gone. Almond butter works. Peanut butter works. So I shouldn't be concerned about how giddy he was to kill a mouse.
Because dude,
I was
think
like,
about
look.
in his defense, when we have a dead, fully dismembered, oftentimes legless, disemboweled chipmunk outside, think about how giddy we get when you get it up onto Alonzo's shovel, and it's like, how far is it going to be flung? Which direction?
It's true.
We turn into fucking 8th graders
Yeah.
again, and it's like,
Yeah.
I bet I could throw it over the fuck into the neighbor's yard. Bullshit. You know?
Yeah.
No,
all
but
right.
like we start filming, like we get into it, dude, and we're way older than Russ. I wouldn't be concerned yet. Not yet.
Yeah. Does it to a cat? We're concerned.
Yeah, if he starts skinning cats and stuff, but I don't know. There's a lot of kids that go out in the back 40 and hunt little fucking critters and stuff. Mice would
he was
qualify.
really giddy. I mean, he was like,
What other excuse is he ever going to have to possibly fire off his fucking air rifle
in the
house?
house. That's true.
I mean,
It's
dude,
probably
that's a
more of
once in a
that.
lifetime.
Yeah. It's
You know what I
probably more of
mean?
that.
And to be the hero.
Yeah.
He's got females in the house, damsels in distress, if you
Yeah.
will. He's probably standing on chairs at this point,
Oh,
screaming.
Tej literally was on a chair, standing on a
of
chair.
course. Yeah.
Screaming like a
What do they
schoolgirl.
think's gonna happen?
That's what I said.
I never get that, and trust me, I'm not. You know what though? I'm like that with snakes. So I guess who am I to say anything?
That's what I told him. I'm like, it's not like it's a snake. Friggin' relax, man. It's cute. There he goes.
It's just the fucking. I think it's the surprise nature of it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like if you walked into your living room and all of a sudden there was just a white cat sitting there and it took off, and you'd be like, ah, oh fuck, Who? Why? Why are you in here?
It's true.
You'd chase his ass down. You'd want answers. It's just like, Tiny Girl knew immediately. Like, there's not one of these caged in the house upstairs that got out. Like, this isn't supposed to be in here. This needs to be dealt with immediately.
And it's the nude tail.
Oh, the nude tail is. You would think evolution would have fixed that by now. You know what I mean? Just hair him up.
It's working on it.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Did you see that little pupsy? That's in the got stuck in Hurricane Dorian.
No.
What was that in the Bahamas? A month ago?
Seems like it.
Came through there. Puppy's been found alive in the rubble of a building which collapsed.
Wow, a month later.
When Hurricane Dorian hit the Bahamas. The dog now named Miracle. Yeah, that's me. I'm Miracle. It's found by members of a Big Dog Ranch rescue on Friday using infrared detection from a drone. The 1-year-old mixed breed had been surviving on rainwater. Miracle was nearly crushed to death after the building collapsed and was trapped under broken glass debris in an air conditioning unit. The team are providing Miracle with support and hope for a full recovery. When the rescuers got there, it was like, about time. Huh.
I get naming it Miracle. It's thematic.
Yeah.
But it's just a dumb name.
Yeah.
Whoever adopts this thing, tell me they're going to rename it. It's like when I got little Baboo. I got my cat Baboo. It was named Miss Molly.
Yeah.
I mean, I had to rename it, right?
Yeah.
Same with this.
Pants used to be named London.
Yeah, dude, you have to.
Fuck that. Monster was named, Lily.
Oh,
Could you imagine Monster being named Lily? No. Fuck. Like, oh, you mean Lily? I was like, no, I changed it. No. Day I got that thing, we did not call it Lily anymore. It's been Monster ever since.
Lily Munster.
Yeah. And exactly, Lily Munster. Do you have video of Miracle?
He's going to be renamed Stat.
What do you call him, Bill?
Keith, I don't know, Jeff, something. Not
Jeff.
Miracle.
Miracle,
Come
yeah.
here, Miracle.
It's like that lady that called the Wee Wisp Hope.
Oh, yeah.
Look at it, yeah. Oh, thanks, guys. Yeah, a little bit of rain's water's good. Yeah.
Poor guy.
Look how thin he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me, Miracle.
Damn.
Yeah, he couldn't even walk. He was stuck there for a month, dude.
What an amazing will to live.
Yeah, but he got rainwater. Rainwater keeps coming in, and he's good. Do you think Miracle could have done a little more to maybe improve his situation, though, after a month?
Well, I wonder, they always, trapped under this, trapped under that.
Look at that guy.
Was there like a pocket? Maybe he's trapped under shit, but he's really within like a 4x8 area.
Yeah.
And
when
obviously you'd prefer to not be in that area, and you'd prefer to be able to eat.
Yeah.
But, maybe it wasn't as dire as they kind of try to make it out to be sometimes.
But, when you corner an animal and they don't want to be there?
They act like a cornered animal.
Yeah, and they freak out, and they can't keep their self under control. They got to freak the fuck out like they're being murdered.
Yeah.
And so for Miracle, I would think, he's dropping big weight in a month. If he's just having little nip here and there of rainwater, you saw the man. He's skin and bones.
Yeah, he is.
I would think there'd be some wiggle room. You could start to make some headway. It's been a month,
Yeah, very little
I'm not saying
energy,
he's
though.
lazy.
Very, very little energy.
Yeah.
That energy goes, and all he could do is probably just hang out.
Yeah, and you would think, at some point he's going to fall asleep.
Yeah, I might name him Ribsy.
Yeah,
or
Ribsy.
Bones.
Bones. What's up, Bones? But he's got to be there. He's just sleeps in a way. He's having good old doggy dreams and stuff. And remember the good old days with the chew toys and the bones and running around the street and playing with the neighborhood kids and all that, getting petted. And then he just slowly comes to, opens that eye, and it's like, oh my God, where am I? I'm stuck. And he'd fucking go into that freak out thing, right?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Like we tried to turn, it was going to be a surprise. We tried to turn Pants into a mini lion.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's got, he had some dreadlocks he was growing, which hurts their back. He rolls around the cement. He's just like, oh, yeah, like that. And he knots his hair up. So I tried to shave him into a mini lion. We'd give him, little handcuffed feet and the fucking poof tail and the full head of hair, but then, get rid of the rest. And, dude, you got 3 people holding this motherfucker down. It's clippers, man. They're not that loud. It's not hurting you. And it's like you'd think he's just being, murdered, pulled apart.
Clipping their nails.
Ugh. What is the big deal? Dude, if I had straggly nails that are just shit, and someone's like, oh, look at this, and they just, Like, can you imagine just being like, no, no, no? Like, dude, what a fucking relax, man.
That is a funny point.
Relax.
Help me help you.
I saw a full nail laying on the ground the other day, saying that's better than having me just go. You gotta act like you're being pulled apart limb by limb.
Right.
Pussies.
That is a
God.
That is a funny.
Settle down, poops. He gets done and he's like, oh, whoa, that's way better. Oh, my back.
You're like, yeah,
yeah.
man.
No
trust me.
shit.
Have I ever done you wrong? Yeah, I left you up in that tree for 7 to 10
That
days.
is
but
right. Well, yeah. That.
That happened. Maybe.
That is the thing about you're right. I mean, it's just they're animals, though. That's the thing. Like Tony, Tony will get behind me, and then I accidentally step on his tail, and he go, "Rah!" And he runs. I'm like,
Yeah,
dude,
that's
you
the
stood
worst.
behind me, you son of a bitch.
Dude, I want to
Like-
kick them when they do that. It's like,
Well, I don't want to do that.
I do because it scares the shit out of me when you step on it. It's like, rah! You're like, dude, why would you stand between a fucking grown-ass man's feet and just be waving your tail, playing Russian
bad
roulette?
judgment.
personally apologize, but whatever.
It startles me, E. I don't actually
Okay.
hit the cat.
Yeah, I
I'm just like, fuck, dude. God. It's unbelievable. This cat is like scruff of the neck, holding its and it's like bucking back and screaming like it's being disemboweled. You're like, dude, you're getting a haircut. You're getting a
I know,
haircut
I
right
know.
now. What are you doing?
I know it is funny.
And you know what? To Jay's point, if I haven't earned, okay, outside of that 7 to 10 day stretch when he was in the tree, which I didn't know about for the first few days, in my defense, but haven't I earned enough goodwill at this point
I
to be
always
like,
think
you know
about
what,
that.
this dude's done me pretty right. It's not like he walks in the door and kicks me in the face.
Yeah, I don't think any of it's personal. I think it's just their nervous systems are always, they're so dialed up that any little
dude.
thing, you take their fur and rub it the wrong way, and it's like, ah!
Yeah, that's true.
You make a noise and their ears plunk.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that? They're always on high alert, like something's gonna murder me.
You know that belly thing where it's like, I'll let you get 1.5 rubs in on the belly, and then it's full-on claw time. We're going 4 claws at once, and if I can bite you, I will. Like, what's up with that, dude?
I know. I do think about that. I'm always like, dude, Tony, I've never done anything to you.
Yeah.
What do you think is about to happen here?
Why will you give me 1.5 pets before you go absolute murderer's row? 4 claws out, and you're not going to let go.
Yeah, I don't
It's
take
like,
personally.
It's like, dude, if it tickles, just fucking roll over. I'll let go. I'm not going to hold you down. You know what I mean? If you go, it tickles. It doesn't mean stab your owner to death.
I try to pick him up sometimes, and he'll just be like, "Rrr." I'm like, Tony, what
Yeah.
the hell, dude?
You're not gonna hold him down until you do and try to shave him. See?
Right, I guess.
But they don't learn.
No.
That's the problem. You know, remember that video we were watching, that poor woman just trying to clip that little guy's toenails, and the dog falls over like he died?
great.
It's like, dude, just a little trimsy of the nails. It's
Yeah.
not that big a deal. Really not that big a deal.
I remember though being a little kid. Did your dad clip your nails?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember. Don't like this.
No, my dad. You're right.
That was
Your
traumatic
dad
for
did
me.
That was
yeah.
a dad job?
Yeah, I remember being a really little kid and having my dad just hold still. I'm just clipping your nails. And like,
Yes,
ugh.
you're
So I
right.
think he got
Yes.
too low one time. And
Yeah, they could do that. See, my dad would never have done that job. My dad didn't want anything to do with us.
he's above that.
Oh, he was above having kids.
That's what I was gonna say. That's
he
a
just-
different
it was
thing. Your
like-
dad didn't love you, so
No, my dad didn't want us in the room. It was like, I
Hi,
have
Bob,
to.
by the way.
Hey, Dad, do we have to have the kids at the fucking table every time we have dinner? Really? Like he would have been fine never having kids. I'm not even kidding. So my mom did all that. If you needed a kiss on a boo-boo, you needed a Band-Aid, you needed to be clipped up, haircuts. My mom snipped my fucking ears, man.
Oh.
You know, talk about trust issues. Ever have your mom cut your fucking ears
No,
trying
I
to give
think-
you a bowl cut?
I think my dad did that actually. I think my dad clipped my hair
See-
too as a kid.
Your dad loved you guys way more than your mom did.
yeah,
I think that's
probably.
your
yeah.
Your mom was colder because she was a nurse.
Yeah.
And so no war wound
Right.
of yours
Kinda
meant,
like rub some dirt on it, man. I've seen real issues.
dude, I had a kid come in with a gunshot wound today.
Yeah.
Tell me you scraped your knee on the swings today, did you? Pumpkin? Fuck
Paul,
out of here.
Paul put a lighter to your leg to get rid of a freaking.
I had a 3-year-old come in with cigarette burns
Leech.
all over his back. Oh, did you fall down and scrape your kneesies at the basketball game?
Yeah.
Fuck out of here, pussy. I remember your mom saying that a lot to us. Fuck out of here, pussy.
In so many words.
That's basically what she was saying.
Yeah.
All right. Lastly, these people, I never heard of this. British-based expert on sex attacks. I think she's looking for sex attacks. One of these lawyers has revealed how she was targeted by a stranger on a Virgin Atlantic flight who sent her harassing messages directly to her seat screen. Did you know that on some of these...
Didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, I guess passengers, kind of like in the video game world, they can play each other in like checkers and shit across the plane.
Huh.
Yeah, in different video games. I didn't know that, but they can also chat with each other. Wonder where that's going.
Right.
You know what I mean? So Jessica Van Meer, she's from Atlanta, Georgia, shared images of the exchange on Twitter after the flight on Saturday. One passenger 9 rows away told her she was a tidy babe. Tidy babe. Another passenger, calling himself Big Dick Swinger, appeared to egg on her harasser by using a winking emoji. But the chick replied, "I work for a law firm that specializes in online sexual harassment. Enjoy being reported to a Virgin." Tweeting about her ordeal, because she's got to let the world know. "I was on a Virgin Atlantic flight, but I unexpectedly received these sexually harassing messages on my screen. I was in 55C. The flight attendants were helpful and dealt with it swiftly. Have any other women had this happen to them? Virgin Atlantic, you should probably take measures to prevent this from happening by flagging specific language and putting in place a reporting function on the chat to report abusive users. Blah, blah, blah."
Sounds like they worked out, though.
The Sky Waitresses got it all done.
Helped.
Yeah.
Sky Waitresses intervened and took care of the situation.
And I'm looking at the exchange. Appears to be very, very brief in nature. So
Eggplant emoji.
Right,
yeah,
right. Just
it's like 55C, you tidy babe. I don't know what that means. Obviously, some British term, tidy babe. I'm assuming she's hot. She is. She's pretty hot.
Jesus, can we get an image, please?
Big Dick Swinger says, now, I'm assuming you got to type your own name in. You're corresponding with your boys.
You don't think this was assigned to you by
Yeah, I don't think Virgin Atlantic is.
the gate staff?
seat
We'll be calling
63D.
you Big Dick Swinger?
Where's Big Dick Swinger? Your drink is ready. Your in-flight beverage and meal is ready. Here's what I noticed, too, though. So she's in 55C, right? I work for a law firm. 61D, 63D, 62G. These are boys that are all sitting together on a flight, right? You tidy babe. And this guy just does smiley face, smiley face. Now, I know his name is Big Dick Swinger, but he's just going, ha-ha. He's laughing at that. And then Dirty Mike says, "Welcome to hell." She says, and then comes back. She doesn't mention this. The original guy says, "Sorry, wrong seat, LOL, WUU2 anyways. Would you want to fuck too anyways?" I don't know what he says, but he does say, "Sorry, wrong seat, LOL." "I work for a law firm that specializes in online sexual harassment. Enjoy being reported."
Out comes the bucket of cold water.
Yeah, currently you are now in the danger zone, Dirty Mike says back. So I don't know. It seems like, can no one just, fuck. I was harassed, and then Virgin has to come out very strong, heavy-handed. We were extremely concerned to hear this incident.
Take these very seriously.
Reported on board one of our flights and are investigating as a matter of urgency. We want all of our customers to have the best possible experience when they fly with us and have zero tolerance for any disruptive or inappropriate behavior. We're grateful to our cabin crew who supported our customer found this incident and would like to apologize for the distress it caused.
They have an obligation to do that.
Yeah. I still can laugh at it.
Yeah.
We are now reviewing our entertainment systems to ensure this does not happen again. I'm telling you, you got 3 fucking boys in a row on a transatlantic flight getting sauced, talking to each other. I went by Big Dick Swinger. Yeah, there she is.
That's the lawyer who's been harassed.
They're probably, my guess is they're fucking, it's an earlier flight maybe. They're goddamn, who knows, 4 Bloody Marys deep. It's like, oh, I see that piece of ass down at 55C.
Where's the flight going? Where did it depart?
Virgin Atlantic flight. Let's see. I thought they were going like America to Britain or something from Georgia, maybe. I don't know. Whatever. They're here. One of those.
Sure, it's not the first or the last time that will happen when you
Yeah.
allow these this commentary among passengers. I've never heard of that.
There's just so much. I haven't either. It seems like a bad idea. You know what I mean? People are just shitty. Like, like, I don't want to talk to anybody in the flight. If you've got that miracle hot chick that gets sat next to you, fine. I can strike up a conversation with her. Other than that, usually most people on the flight are fucking disgusting and gross, and they're weird, and they use too much elbow room, and I don't want anything to do with you. Just give me the, hook your belt up this way, emergency sex, and then get us off the ground and land us. I don't want to talk to anybody ever. And so this idea, like, on my screen while I'm watching a movie,
Connect you with
with seat 62.
No, thanks. I'm good.
No. Would you like to play fuck off. No. No.
I forgot about this. It's not the biggest deal, by the way, necessarily, but like I forgot this had happened when I was flying down to San Antonio. The flight it was a smaller plane, and it just had like 2-person rows, so like aisle, window. And I noticed this guy and a girl come by, and they're clearly together, and she sits in the window, and then he sits in another aisle. And I look back, I see he's at the window. I'm like, you know what? Maybe if he was in the aisle, I'd be willing to let him sit with his girl. But you know what? I want the fucking aisle. And sure enough, he comes up to me. He's like, hey, man, that's my fiance. He has to say fiance, of course, as if that's going to pull at my heartstrings.
Which is not going to work on you.
Right, exactly.
That might have ruined it for him.
Right. He goes, hey, man, that's my fiance. Would you mind us sitting together? And I was like, dude, hate to be an ass, but I saw a chair in the window seat, and I want the aisle, man. And he just got, okay. And then just
Good for you standing up for yourself.
I know, I
thought you were saying the reverse, that you didn't want the aisle. I was like, dude, are you kidding me? Take the aisle.
I always want the aisle.
I was always window guy, not anymore.
Especially with me being tall, but it was just funny because I had looked back already and saw like that he was at a window. And I'm like, I don't want the fucking window. I'm not doing it. And then sure enough, he asked me, he was like, yeah, I'm good. I want the aisle. And he's like, okay. And they just slunk back. He seemed like kind of a pussy, by the way, to be honest with you.
All right, we're going long. Let's get out of here. Unless you guys want to keep going, we can.
I would love to. However, I got a book.
You got to go see Joker.
Yeah, that's what I have to do today.
Yeah. All right, let's get out of here. Thanks, everybody, for hanging with us. It's Monday Night Football. Are you going to watch my Niners?
No. I watch Monday Night Raw more than maybe.
Who are they playing?
Cleveland Browns.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I'm excited. I know no one else cares. Whatever. What?
You should be excited. I'll be excited for the Lions next week. It's just not my team.
Hell yeah. Oh, yeah, they're on Monday Night Football at Lambeau next week.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll be cool. All right, let's get out of here. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.